guys, welcome back to Aussie Action 4x4. In today's video we're going to be checking out all the boots in the front suspension of the Toyota Hilux. As you saw in Max's, or was it, diff explosion video, it's always good to make sure that there's no splits in these CVs before you go through bog holes and water crossings and all that, just to ensure that you don't have mud and all that inside your CV to wear it down even more. We're also going to be checking out the sway bar links and all the other boots around that front area as well. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, we're down here at the driver's side wheel now. We've turned it out so you can obviously get into all this area. We'll just go over all the boots, and I have gone a little look and I think there might be a few issues that we should fix today as well. So coming in here, obviously got the steering arm boot stuff. Just double check, make sure there's no cracks in there, put your fingers in, make sure you can't touch anything you shouldn't be touching. And then up here we've got the CV. This is the same setup as Max has, because he's also got independent suspension. If you've got a solid axle like it is in the rear, you'll just have an axle all the way across. In most use there's not really any boots at the back to worry about, so that's why we're worrying about the front here. So as I said here, go in, check, make sure there's no gaps in the boots. This one is a little bit worn, but it should be alright for four-wheel driving right now, but obviously getting to the problem beforehand is better than having to replace the whole thing. So down here as well, we've got all your steering stuff. Just check all these boots. There's one up here as well. Yep, nothing's just falling apart there. And then we've obviously got the steering. This top one is fine, and this bottom one, yep, like I checked before. I don't know, I'll bring a bit more light in here, folks. This is, there we go. Here it is. So you can see here, I can just pull that apart and you can, yeah, it just comes apart and you can see the whole thing. So, this is what you're looking for here, folks. Stuff like this where you can just take it off, pretty much. Or that's the worst case scenario, where it's not actually doing anything, letting in the most amount of dirt that can be. So we do have a spare one of these steering, we do have a spare one of these sway bar links. So we'll put that in today as well and show you how to do that. Then we'll just wait for the helicopter to go as well. If you can see here, yep, it is a little bit worn. At the front here, it's a little bit worn, but it's not split or anything. So we can still use that for a little bit. But make sure to keep an eye out for stuff like that. Be aware that stuff is wearing out, and fix the problem before it happens. So obviously this one has happened, so we're going to have to fix this today, and we'll get right into that now. Alright guys, so we have just found out about that sway bar link boot that needs to be fixed. So we will be fixing that today with this new sway bar link that we have here. Just pretty much take the old one out, put the new one in. But we are going to quickly check the other side to make sure nothing similar has happened over there as well. And then after that, should be good to start installing it. Alright guys, so we're now here over at the passenger side. I'm just going to check all those same boots to make sure there's no splits or wear or tear that we should be aware of. Alright, I'll come in with the GoPro as well. The front ones, oh, they're not the front ones, the other boot in the CV is all good. You've got your steering rack boot here. So yeah, this boot down here is all good. That one I've just checked. It's all, nothing there. The top one, no splits. And then this is where we had the issue on the other side. Yep, and then this one down there that we did have the issue with is all good on this side. So our passenger side is all good. It's just that one link that we need to change on the other side, and then we'll be good to go out and forward driving, hopefully soon. Alright, sorry it's a little bit overexposed, but the sun's coming in a lot. But we have to come around the other side of the wheel, turn it up like I said before, just so we can reach into that bolt there. This is the top bolt that we need to undo. We've done the back bolt down here, if you can see that. Oh, I need to get both my hands in here. The back bolt is that one there. That is just almost undone. So we'll, once we've done the top one as well, we'll take this one out, bash it out, and replace the new one, chuck it all in. Alright folks, if you can see that a bit there, yeah, we need to hold it with an Allen key and then get an open-ended spanner so we can get that off, because at the back there's, or now the front, back, it's all a little bit messed up now, but this is front of the car is facing that way now, and we're towards the back because we have turned the wheel. So we just need an Allen key, open-ended spanner here to help untwist that, because there's internal parts spinning as well. Alright folks, as you see, this is the sway bar link that we just took out. So this is the top, sitting like that in the car. So this top piece, it was just, oh yeah, it is, there is a little bit of splitting going on in the top as well, but definitely not as bad as the bottom here, which is pretty pretty messed up there. On those sway bar links, it's not the end of the world if something out on the tracks does break down with them, but it's always good to have them ready for the tracks. The things that are important to ensure that are working for the tracks are those CVs that you saw in that diff explosion video. Definitely reduced the capabilities because the front wheels weren't even turning on that. But yeah, so we'll get the new one in. We'll get the new one in now, folks, and get that all ready to go. Right folks, we're back here now. I've got the camera looking a bit nicer as well, so hopefully you're not scared anymore that I'm a ghost or anything. So yeah, installing time, take off all the nuts that you need to. Allen keys in the end of the bolt, so you can hold this thing, you can hold the ball joints and stuff nice and tight while you're doing this up, because it can twist around the other things as well. You can twist around the whole compartment and it's just not even tightening up. So we'll undo this bolt. That was for the short one. This is for the long one. Shouldn't matter too much, but it's always good to put the right stuff back on where it needs to go. We'll hit record on the GoPro. Alright folks, so we're just putting the new one back on now. So we unfortunately don't have a 19mm spanner, so we're going to have to use the shifter for that. It should be okay because it's just a small job. And we're going to obviously chuck the Allen key back in as well, because everything is a bit loosey-goosey in there. So we're going to chuck that back on now and it should be good to go. Alright folks, thanks for watching the video. We've now got the new sway bar link into the N70 Hilux and she should be track ready. Now, if you want to see one of our previous videos, click the one up there. If you want to see one YouTube recommends, click the one down below. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking my face. Aussie Action, out.